White-bellied sea eagle, the guardian of the coasts. Soaring majestically above pristine coastlines and inland waterways, the white-bellied sea eagle, Haliaeetus leucogaster, stands as one of nature's most impressive aerial predators. With its distinctive white head, breast, and tail contrasting against dark wings, this magnificent raptor has earned its place as a true guardian of coastal ecosystems across the Indo-Pacific region. From the mangrove forests of Southeast Asia to the rugged shores of Australia, these powerful birds of prey have adapted to thrive in some of the world's most dynamic aquatic environments. Physical characteristics and identification. The white-bellied sea eagle is among the largest raptors in its range, commanding respect through both size and presence. Adult birds typically measure between 70 to 84 centimeters in length, with an impressive wingspan that can reach up to 2.2 meters. Sexual dimorphism is evident in the species, with females generally larger than males, weighing between 2.5 to 4.5 kilograms compared to males at 1.8 to 3.0 kilograms. The most striking feature of adult white-bellied sea eagles is their distinctive plumage pattern. The head, neck, breast, and belly are brilliant white, creating a sharp contrast with the dark gray to black wings and back. The tail is white with a black terminal band, though this becomes less pronounced with age. Their powerful yellow beak is perfectly adapted for tearing flesh, while their bright yellow eyes provide exceptional vision for spotting prey from great distances. Juvenile white-bellied sea eagles present a dramatically different appearance that often confuses birdwatchers. Young birds display a mottled brown plumage throughout their body, gradually transitioning to adult coloration over a period of 5 to 6 years. This extended maturation period reflects the species' longevity and complex social structure. The bird's feet are particularly impressive, equipped with powerful talons that can exert tremendous pressure. These yellow, scaled legs end in razor-sharp claws perfectly designed for grasping slippery fish and other aquatic prey. The rough texture of their feet provides additional grip when handling wet, struggling catches. Geographic distribution and habitat. White-bellied sea eagles occupy an extensive range across the Indo-Pacific region, from India and southern China through Southeast Asia to Australia and the western Pacific Islands. This vast distribution demonstrates the species' remarkable adaptability to diverse coastal and aquatic environments. In Australia, these eagles are found along most of the continent's coastline, with particularly strong populations in the tropical north and along the Great Barrier Reef. They extend inland along major river systems, including the Murray-Darling Basin, where they hunt in freshwater environments hundreds of kilometers from the sea. The species is also common throughout the Indonesian archipelago, Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines, where they inhabit both marine and freshwater ecosystems. The preferred habitat of white-bellied sea eagles encompasses a wide variety of aquatic environments. Coastal areas with rocky headlands, sandy beaches, and mangrove systems provide ideal hunting and nesting opportunities. These birds show a particular affinity for areas where fresh water meets the sea, such as river mouths, estuaries, and coastal lagoons. The diverse fish populations and abundant food sources in these transitional zones make them prime eagle territory. Inland, white-bellied sea eagles adapt to life around large lakes, rivers, and wetlands. They require tall trees or cliffs for nesting and roosting, typically within a few kilometers of water. The availability of suitable nesting sites often determines population density in any given area, as these eagles are strongly territorial and require extensive hunting ranges. Hunting behavior and diet. The hunting prowess of white-bellied sea eagles is legendary among bird enthusiasts and coastal communities alike. These skilled predators employ various hunting techniques depending on the prey and environmental conditions. Their primary method involves soaring at moderate heights, using their exceptional eyesight to scan the water surface for movement below. When prey is spotted, the eagle executes a spectacular diving attack, swooping down to snatch fish from just beneath the surface with their powerful talons. Unlike some other sea eagles that plunge completely into the water, white-bellied sea eagles typically remain airborne during their strikes, demonstrating remarkable precision and control. Fish constitute the primary component of their diet, with species varying according to local availability. In marine environments, they hunt mullet, flathead, salmon, and various reef fish. Freshwater populations target bass, perch, carp, and other inland species. The size of prey can be impressive, with some eagles capable of lifting fish weighing up to 2 kilograms. However, white-bellied sea eagles are opportunistic hunters with a diverse diet extending far beyond fish. They readily take water birds such as ducks, coots, and gulls, often pursuing them in dramatic aerial chases. Small mammals, including rabbits and young wallabies, fall victim to these versatile predators. Reptiles, particularly water snakes and small crocodiles, also feature in their diet. Carrion forms an important food source, especially during breeding season when energy demands are highest. Eagles are often seen feeding on beach-washed fish, dead seabirds, and marine mammals. This scavenging behavior plays a crucial ecological role in coastal cleanup and nutrient cycling. The hunting success of white-bellied sea eagles is enhanced by their intelligence and adaptability. They learn to associate fishing boats with easy meals, following trawlers to capture discarded fish and offal. Some individuals have been observed using sophisticated techniques, such as dropping shellfish from height to crack them open on rocks below. Breeding and reproduction. The breeding behavior of white-bellied sea eagles showcases the species' commitment to pair bonding and territorial defense. These birds typically form monogamous pairs that may last for life, though partner switching can occur if one bird dies or if breeding attempts repeatedly fail. Breeding season varies across their range, generally coinciding with the dry season when fish concentrations are highest. In northern Australia, this occurs between May and October, while in more temperate regions, breeding may extend from winter through spring. The timing ensures that demanding chick rearing periods align with optimal food availability. Courtship displays are spectacular aerial performances that strengthen pair bonds and advertise territorial ownership. Mated pairs engage in synchronized soaring, with birds flying in close formation while calling loudly. The male often performs impressive aerial acrobatics, including steep dives and barrel rolls. Both partners may lock talons and cartwheel through the air in a breathtaking display of aerial mastery. Nest construction is a collaborative effort that may take several weeks to complete. White-bellied sea eagles build massive stick nests in the canopy of tall trees, typically choosing species like paperbarks, eucalyptus, or mangroves that offer both height and structural support. Cliff ledges serve as alternative nesting sites where suitable trees are unavailable. The nest structure is impressive, often measuring 2 meters across and 1 meter deep. Pairs continuously add material throughout the breeding season, with some nests used for multiple years growing to enormous proportions. The nest bowl is lined with softer materials such as seaweed, grass, and leaves to provide comfort for eggs and chicks. Female white-bellied sea eagles typically lay 2 eggs, though clutches of 1 or 3 occur occasionally. The eggs are white with brown speckles and measure approximately 70 by 55 millimeters. Incubation lasts about 42 days, shared by both parents, though the female takes the larger share of duties. The chick rearing period extends for approximately 70 to 80 days, during which the young eagles develop their flight capabilities and hunting skills. Parents provide constant care, with one adult typically remaining at the nest while the other forages. The delivery of prey to the nest is often accompanied by loud calling that can be heard over considerable distances. Siblicide, while not universal, does occur in white-bellied sea eagle nests. The larger, more aggressive chick may dominate food resources and occasionally kill smaller siblings. This harsh reality reflects the challenging nature of raptor reproduction and the premium placed on successful offspring. Even after fledging, young eagles remain dependent on their parents for several months as they perfect their hunting techniques. This extended learning period is crucial for survival, as fishing skills require considerable practice to master. Juvenile mortality rates are high, with many young birds failing to survive their first year of independence. Ecological role and environmental importance. White-bellied sea eagles occupy a crucial position as apex predators in coastal and aquatic ecosystems throughout their range. Their role extends far beyond simple predation, encompassing complex ecological relationships that help maintain environmental balance and biodiversity. As top-tier predators, these eagles help regulate fish populations and maintain species diversity in aquatic ecosystems. By selectively hunting abundant or easily caught species, they prevent any single fish population from becoming overly dominant. This predation pressure encourages healthy fish communities with balanced age structures and species composition. The scavenging behavior of white-bellied sea eagles provides essential ecosystem services in coastal environments. Their consumption of carrion helps prevent the accumulation of decaying organic matter that could otherwise lead to disease outbreaks or water quality problems. This cleanup function is particularly important in areas with high natural mortality or human fishing activities. The presence of white-bellied sea eagles serves as an indicator of ecosystem health. These birds require clean water, abundant fish populations, and suitable nesting habitat to maintain viable populations. Environmental degradation, pollution, or habitat loss quickly impacts eagle numbers, making them valuable sentinels for detecting ecological problems before they become critical. Their territorial nature and large home ranges mean that eagle populations reflect landscape-scale environmental conditions. A healthy population of white-bellied sea eagles suggests well-functioning coastal ecosystems with adequate food webs, water quality, and habitat diversity. Conversely, declining eagle numbers often signal broader environmental issues requiring attention. The species also contributes to nutrient cycling between aquatic and terrestrial environments. Eagles transport marine-derived nutrients inland through their prey consumption and waste production, enriching terrestrial ecosystems with oceanic resources. This cross-ecosystem nutrient transfer supports plant growth and terrestrial food webs in coastal areas. Conservation status and threats. The conservation status of white-bellied sea eagles varies across their extensive range, though the species faces mounting pressures from human activities and environmental change. Currently classified as least concern globally by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, this status masks significant regional variations and emerging threats that require careful monitoring and management. In Australia, white-bellied sea eagles are generally considered stable, though some regional populations show concerning trends. The species has benefited from the banning of DDT and other persistent pesticides that once threatened raptor populations worldwide. However, new challenges continue to emerge as human activities intensify along coastlines. Habitat destruction represents the most significant threat to white-bellied sea eagles across their range. Coastal development for tourism, residential areas, and industrial facilities directly destroys nesting sites and hunting territories. The loss of tall trees suitable for nesting is particularly problematic, as these birds require specific structural characteristics that may take decades to develop naturally. Water pollution poses serious risks to eagle populations through both direct toxicity and food web contamination. Heavy metals, agricultural chemicals, and industrial pollutants accumulate in fish tissues, eventually reaching dangerous concentrations in top predators. Marine plastic pollution increasingly appears in eagle territories, with birds occasionally ingesting plastic debris mistaken for food. Climate change presents emerging challenges for white-bellied sea eagles through multiple pathways. Rising sea levels threaten low-lying nesting areas and coastal foraging grounds. Changed precipitation patterns affect freshwater availability and fish populations in inland habitats. Ocean acidification and warming waters alter marine ecosystems, potentially reducing prey availability in some regions. Human disturbance during critical breeding periods can cause nest abandonment and reproductive failure. Increased recreational activities, boat traffic, and coastal development bring people closer to eagle territories, creating stress and disrupting natural behaviors. Even well-intentioned wildlife watching can become problematic if not properly managed. Persecution, while less common than historically, still occurs in some areas where eagles are perceived as competitors for fish resources. Shooting, poisoning, and nest destruction continue to impact local populations, particularly in areas where conservation awareness remains limited. Conservation efforts and success stories. Conservation efforts for white-bellied sea eagles have achieved notable successes across different regions, demonstrating the effectiveness of targeted protection measures and community engagement. These initiatives provide models for broader raptor conservation programs and highlight the importance of collaborative approaches to wildlife protection. Protected area establishment has proven crucial for maintaining stable eagle populations. National parks, marine reserves, and wildlife sanctuaries provide secure nesting sites and foraging areas free from direct human interference. Countries throughout the species range have designated important coastal areas as protected zones, benefiting not only eagles but entire coastal ecosystems. Artificial nest platform programs have shown remarkable success in areas where natural nesting sites are limited or threatened. These specially designed structures provide alternative nesting options while allowing continued monitoring and research. Some programs report increased breeding success rates on artificial platforms compared to natural sites, possibly due to reduced predation and disturbance. Community education and engagement initiatives have transformed local attitudes toward white-bellied sea eagles in many regions. School programs, interpretive centers, and guided tours help people understand the ecological importance of these magnificent birds. Former threats often become conservation champions when they understand the role eagles play in maintaining healthy coastal environments. Research and monitoring programs provide essential data for conservation decision-making. Long-term studies track population trends, breeding success, and habitat requirements, informing management strategies and policy development. Satellite tracking technology now allows researchers to understand eagle movements and habitat use with unprecedented detail. International cooperation has proven essential for protecting migratory populations that cross national boundaries. Regional conservation agreements facilitate information sharing, coordinate protection efforts, and ensure consistent management approaches across the species range. These collaborative frameworks demonstrate how transnational cooperation can achieve conservation goals that individual nations cannot accomplish alone. Cultural significance and human relationships. Throughout their range, white-bellied sea eagles hold deep cultural significance for indigenous peoples and coastal communities. These magnificent birds feature prominently in traditional stories, spiritual beliefs, and cultural practices that span thousands of years of human history along Indo-Pacific coastlines. In Australian Aboriginal cultures, the white-bellied sea eagle appears in numerous Dreamtime stories and holds special significance as a totemic species for many coastal groups. Traditional ecological knowledge accumulated over millennia provides valuable insights into eagle behavior, habitat requirements, and population dynamics that complement modern scientific understanding. Many Southeast Asian cultures regard white-bellied sea eagles as symbols of power, freedom, and connection between earth and sky. Their impressive hunting abilities and aerial mastery have inspired countless legends and folk tales that continue to influence contemporary cultural expressions. The species serves as flagship animals for coastal conservation, helping to generate public support for broader environmental protection efforts. Their charismatic appeal and impressive presence make them effective ambassadors for coastal ecosystem conservation, inspiring people to care about marine and freshwater environments. Modern relationships between humans and white-bellied sea eagles continue to evolve as coastal development intensifies. While conflicts occasionally arise over fish resources or property use, growing environmental awareness has generally improved coexistence. Many coastal communities now take pride in their resident eagle populations and actively participate in conservation efforts. Tourism focused on eagle watching generates significant economic benefits for coastal communities while providing incentives for habitat protection. Responsible wildlife tourism creates alternative livelihoods that depend on maintaining healthy eagle populations, aligning economic interests with conservation goals. Future prospects and research directions. The future of white-bellied sea eagles depends on our ability to balance human development needs with habitat conservation requirements. As coastal populations continue growing and climate change accelerates, innovative approaches will be necessary to ensure these magnificent birds continue thriving across their range. Emerging research technologies offer unprecedented opportunities to understand eagle ecology and behavior. GPS tracking, drone surveys, and genetic analysis provide detailed insights that were impossible with previous methods. These tools enable more precise conservation strategies tailored to specific populations and regional conditions. Climate change adaptation strategies must become integral to eagle conservation planning. This includes identifying climate refugia, establishing habitat corridors, and developing adaptive management approaches that can respond to changing environmental conditions. Collaboration between climate scientists and wildlife biologists will be essential for predicting and preparing for future challenges. Urban planning increasingly recognizes the importance of maintaining wildlife corridors and habitat connectivity in developed landscapes. Green infrastructure initiatives that incorporate eagle habitat requirements can help maintain populations even in areas experiencing significant human development pressure. International conservation frameworks continue evolving to address transboundary conservation challenges. Enhanced cooperation mechanisms, shared research programs, and coordinated management strategies will be crucial for protecting migratory populations and maintaining genetic connectivity across the species range. The white-bellied sea eagle's role as an apex predator and ecosystem indicator makes it an ideal species for ecosystem-based management approaches. Conservation strategies that protect entire coastal ecosystems rather than single species are more likely to succeed in maintaining the complex environmental relationships these birds require. Conclusion: the white-bellied sea eagle stands as a magnificent testament to the power and beauty of apex predators in coastal ecosystems. These remarkable birds have successfully adapted to diverse environments across the vast Indo-Pacific region, demonstrating the resilience and versatility that characterize successful species. Their impressive hunting abilities, complex social behaviors, and crucial ecological roles make them fascinating subjects for scientific study and conservation attention. As guardians of the coasts, white-bellied sea eagles serve as living indicators of environmental health and ecosystem integrity. Their presence signals well-functioning marine and freshwater systems, while their absence warns of ecological problems requiring urgent attention. The species' wide distribution and habitat diversity provide opportunities for comparative research that enhances our understanding of predator-prey relationships and ecosystem dynamics. Conservation successes achieved through protected areas, community engagement, and international cooperation demonstrate that effective eagle conservation is possible when adequate resources and commitment are applied. However, emerging threats from climate change, habitat destruction, and pollution require continued vigilance and adaptive management approaches. The cultural significance of white-bellied sea eagles across their range highlights the deep connections between human communities and their natural environments. These relationships, built over thousands of years, provide valuable foundations for contemporary conservation efforts and remind us that wildlife protection is fundamentally about preserving the natural heritage that defines our shared identity. Looking toward the future, the fate of white-bellied sea eagles will largely depend on humanity's commitment to maintaining healthy coastal ecosystems in the face of increasing development pressure and environmental change. Their conservation requires not just protecting individual birds, but preserving the complex web of relationships that support thriving coastal communities of all species. As we continue to learn from these remarkable birds, they remind us that true guardianship of our coasts requires understanding, respect, and active protection of the magnificent creatures that have soared above these waters for countless generations. The white-bellied sea eagle's enduring presence serves as both inspiration and challenge, calling us to be worthy stewards of the extraordinary natural world we share.